So then we got Iron Man taking on Black Panther. Both are extremely intelligent, both are extremely wealthy, both have incredible technology, but who is superior? Well, let's find out. Tony Stark was an arrogant son of a wealthy weapons manufacturer, Howard Stark. Tony cared only about himself, but this changed when he had a change of heart after he was kidnapped by terrorists and gravely injured. Stark was pressured to create a weapon of mass destruction, but instead, he created a suit of power armor to escape. Tony uses his vast resources and intellect to make the world a better place as the invincible Iron Man. Iron Man's abilities are consistently changing because he is continuously updating and improving his armor, but he has some powers that are pretty consistent. But just for clarity's sake, Tony will be given his bleeding edge armor in this fight. Alright, so let's get started. Now the armor gives Tony superhuman strength, and he's easily able to lift over 100 tons. He's even managed to take down the Red Hulk, stagger the actual Hulk, and brawl against Taurus, who had just taken down Thor with just a few blows. This armor grants Tony incredible speed as well, and he can outmaneuver and dodge missile and laser fire, but perhaps most impressive is being able to outmaneuver Gladiator and even speed blitz Phoenix Force Cyclops. One of the best things about the suit, though, is its durability and shields. Tony was able to hold his own against Colossus with Juggernaut's powers, hallucinating Thor, and Rogue with the powers of Hulk. His shields also held up against the final form of Ultron and Emma Frost with half of the Phoenix Force on her side. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Bleeding Edge is also equipped with countless different weapons, with the most common being his repulsor rays, unibeam, and missiles and lasers. He also has miniature cluster bombs, homing lasers, multi-directional repulsors, microscopic telepathic tasers, and a sonic weapon that nearly killed Juggernaut. Tony is incredibly intelligent, a skilled fighter, and is an excellent strategist that is able to use his intellect to think of countless ways to take down opponents. Then in the other corner we have Black Panther. T'Challa is the Black Panther, King of Wakanda, one of the most technologically advanced nations on Earth. He is among the top intellects and martial artists of the world, a veteran Avenger, and a member of the Illuminati. Using his powers and abilities, he has put his fortune and life to the service of all mankind. When T'Challa became the Black Panther, he was allowed to eat the heart-shaped herb, which provided him with enhanced strength, endurance, and reflexes. He was also given a blessing from the Panther goddess, which elevated his enhanced strength, endurance, and reflexes to low superhuman levels. T'Challa has demonstrated incredible strength, like wrestling a rhino to the ground, being able to stop an elephant's charge, and sending Namor flying with a kick. He's able to withstand crushing blows and puncture wounds, but really his vibranium suit helps him out a lot. T'Challa's reaction time is far greater than most opponents, and his agility and flexibility far surpass an Olympic athlete. Black Panther's a genius, on par with Tony Stark and Reed Richards, and is an excellent hand-to-hand fighter. He's been groomed to be a warrior since birth, and is a master of practically all forms of armed and unarmed combat. T'Challa is seen as one of the best fighters in the Marvel Universe, and has stalemated or won against such fighters as Iron Fist, Wolverine, Daredevil, and Captain America. Black Panther is king of a highly advanced civilization, and thus has tons of fancy gadgets. His suit is made of vibranium microwave mesh, which robs incoming objects the momentum, and is completely bulletproof. He also has anti-metal claws, which breaks metal down the molecular level, and energy daggers that are powerful enough to slice through various structures and foes. Finally, T'Challa can also call upon all the knowledge, strength, and experience from every Black Panther before him. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, right off the bat, Iron Man is just another class above Black Panther. So we're going to give him the Ebony Blade, which is actually the Black Knight's sword, but Panther had it for a good while, so it's not ridiculous to give it to him in this fight. The Ebony Blade is indestructible, and is able to cut through any substance, although how much of a metal it can cut through actually depends on the strength of the wielder. It has been able to slice through Iron Man's extremist armor with one slash before. Secondly, these two have actually fought before in the comics, where both of the heroes were preparing to fight the other beforehand, and in that fight Black Panther won. But this right here is just going to be a random fight with no time to prepare beforehand, because we should have seen both prepare for a fight before in the comics, and Black Panther won, so it would be kind of a boring video since we've already seen it in the comics. So let's start talking about the fight. Now physically, Iron Man takes a clear advantage. He's strong enough to battle against and defeat actual powerhouses like Hulk and Red Hulk, while Black Panther can only hope to survive the punches from them thanks to his vibranium armor. He's also able to speed blitz opponents, and the suit is durable enough to hold up to attacks from Thor, and the strongest version of Ultron that we've ever seen. Of course, Panther is also able to take powerful attacks, but that's because of the vibranium. The vibranium in the suit is actually very thin and spread out through the suit, so it's not as tough as Captain America's shield or something like that. It has been able to take a blast from Namor, who possessed 1/5 of the Phoenix Force, but as you can see, the suit took damage from that one blast. Enough repeated blasts from Iron Man, and the suit isn't going to be enough to protect T'Challa. With fighting skill, Black Panther is obviously superior. You can count on one hand the people in the Marvel Universe who can consistently defeat T'Challa, and Tony Stark definitely isn't one of them. Black Panther also has the gear and the skills to injure Tony. The ebony blade is cut through Stark's armor before. Anti-metal claws are designed to break metal on the molecular level, and his vibranium energy daggers have been able to get through Ultron's adamantium head. So all these things are going to be able to injure Iron Man. And also, Iron Man has famously fought and lost to Captain America, who is Black Panther's equal in both physicality and fighting skill. And just like T'Challa, Steve is a level below Tony in the suit. However, the reason that Steve is able to hold his own in these fights is his shield. His shield is able to block every long-range attack that Stark can throw his way, leaving Cap undamaged in the process. And so Iron Man is forced to get up close and personal in order to get past the shield. From that point, Captain America is able to use the shield in order to injure Iron Man. And that's how an up-close battle will go between Iron Man and Black Panther 2. T'Challa is skilled enough to dodge a lot of Tony's attacks, is durable enough to take a few repulsor blasts, and has the weapons to injure and defeat Tony. However, here's the only problem with that. Iron Man has no reason to fight up close and personal. He can fly, and because of that, he can simply stay at a distance and launch range attacks against Black Panther. And Panther won't have a shield to block these attacks. And since his suit isn't as thick of vibranium as the shield, it's going to get penetrated by the repulsor rays given enough time. And he doesn't just have repulsor rays. Iron Man also has miniature cluster bombs, unibeams, missiles, multi-directional repulsors, and homing lasers. Panther won't have any way to counter these, and they can only dodge so many before getting hit. It's the flight and range attacks that give Tony the clear advantage. In fact, the only reason that T'Challa was able to cut armor with the ebony blade in the first place was because he literally jumped out of a helicopter and caught him by surprise. So at the end of the day, Iron Man wins this fight. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button for videos just like this one every single day, and I will see y'all next time.